What's up, guys? How you doing today? You hanging out with the one and only PhillyDom. Today we got Master Wayne coming on, talking about Amazon and how this could be a digital nomad job for you, could be a side hustle for you. So he's going to talk and explain how Amazon online can change. Amazon online store can change your life. So we waiting for him to come live and explain himself. But yeah, everything is good, everything is well. I'm out here in Brazil, but I always try to do these videos to help you guys have some kind of way to make money. I did the Amazon. I'm doing the Amazon thing now. I also did the job with the seafood processing. Anything I can do to help people, that can change their life. I feel like my duty. Hold on for a second. Let's see where he's at. We're just waiting for Master Wayne to come on the live, and yeah, he'll do his presentation. You can ask him some questions. Just ask questions as he go along, and he'll answer any of your questions. But this is definitely a good side hustle, life changing job that can not even. It don't even have to be a side hustle for some people. It can be a full-time job that can really change their life in a financial direction that is very, very positive. So I'm just waiting for him to come backstage. After that, I see content creators in the building. Hello, Philly. And then I see Hickman said, I can do the job well. I'm overseas. So without any further ado, here's the man of the hour, and I mean the man of the hour, Master Wayne.
All right, appreciate it. As always, PhillyDom.
No problem.
All right. Thanks for the introduction. And I want to welcome everybody to PhillyDom's live stream. You guys are going to see some powerful information. My Master Wayne. My real name is Wayne McShay. I've been an Amazon seller now for 10 years. And I've done every aspect of Amazon from private label to retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, and wholesaling. And I'm going to give you guys a blueprint because I started selling on Amazon before most people were even shopping on Amazon. And I'm going to show you testimonials from a handful of my clients who are making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month already. And none of them have been in the business longer than a year. So these are all brand new clients making life-changing money. And Amazon is only going to get bigger. As you already know, retail businesses are closing all over the United States. The shopping malls are starting to get scarce, and we're headed for a global recession. It's already started, it's underway. So, if you want to get in front of this, then this is definitely the way to set yourself up for success. And so I'm going to walk you through exactly what Amazon is, how it functions, how everything got to this point. And so that way, you can position yourself to be in a situation to provide for yourself or your family moving forward. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen.
Okay, let me put it on there for you. Should be. Okay, there it goes. Let me see if I can make it the full screen.
There we go. Appreciate it.
I'm trying to make it the full screen. There it go. There you go.
Okay. All right, so I'm not going to talk you to death. I'm straight to the point. You can ask me anything. I'm going to show you screenshots of my clients' testimonials. I'm going to show you my bank statements for 3 months. I'm going to show you my main Amazon account, and I'm going to show you my actual bank account. So you get to see everything, full transparency, because this is life-changing. 2015, I started traveling the world full time. So this is all I do. I'm not sitting at home on my computer. I'm in the Dominican Republic right now, where I've been living for 13 months. And it's just a stress-free lifestyle. When people ask me how I'm doing, my tagline is another day in paradise. So that's my real life. And, In the middle of this presentation, when we take a break, I'm actually let one of my clients that's here with me right now. He's been here with me for 3 weeks, training in person. And so if you rewind 3 weeks ago, I didn't even know him. But hanging out with him every day, training him for 3 weeks, we sort of become real good friends. So I'm gonna let him sit down and talk to you guys, and you can ask him anything you want, because 3 weeks ago, well, more like two months ago, he was in the same spot that you were in right now. He was on this live stream watching me give this presentation, and he decided that this is what he wanted for his life. So first question I always get is this a scam? And if you really just go back in time to when the internet began, you can answer that own question for yourself. And you remember the internet actually brought about online colleges and universities. And so that instantly closed a lot of brick and mortar college universities who really weren't prepared for that. And so what happened was this left a surplus of books all over the country, all over the world. And so what Amazon figured out is that they could sell these surplus of books to other places. And so they had random people shipping in these books, and Amazon would list them on their website. And then when they sold, Amazon would ship them out to the customers. And this process became known as Amazon FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. And so this is how it started. So this is not a scam. This is how Amazon works. And when somebody brings a business opportunity to you, a lot of times they're telling you about a company you've never heard of before. But Amazon, of course, is a household name and everybody's heard of it. So when you do Amazon FBA, it gives you access to 51% of the planet. So when you think about that, there's over 8 billion people on this planet, and already 51% of the planet shops on Amazon. So that just lets you know that hands down, they're leaving everybody in the dust. And so, depending on what type of neighborhood you live in, I'm sure you drove past a neighbor's house and you've seen these Amazon boxes sitting on people's porch, and they're ordering 5, 6, 7 boxes at a time, usually, sometimes more. But what the average person doesn't understand at this point is the same way you're ordering products from Amazon and they're arriving on your doorstep, you can go into a store, buy products at a cheaper price, bring them home, and then reverse that process by shipping those products into Amazon, and you could make a lot of money. And so I'm going to show you how to do this without having to ever touch a product or physically go into the stores unless you want to. All right, so this is one of my clients. His name is Mark, and Mark was actually already selling on Amazon, and he was selling books just like good old days when Amazon started. So you can still sell books to this very day. But Mark and his wife said that they weren't able to break $1,000 a month income by selling the books. So he enrolled into my mentorship, and I taught him my method. And now here he is sending me this thank you, saying, "Hey, I'm only $49 away from $3,000 a month now." So just me mentoring him, I was able to triple what he was able to make monthly by Amazon. And $3,000 a month can probably pay all your bills. That could pay a nice mortgage for $1,200, $1,500, some car note, some insurance, cell phone bills, some utilities. And then if you're working full time, that should put you on easy street. All right. This is from another client. Good morning, Wayne. Hope all is well. Thank you so much for your mentorship. My goal was to make $5,000 in sale, but as of last night, I hit $6,000. It says, how can I begin to scale further before the end of the year? And this is from a client of mine. Her name is Vanessa. I call her Vanessa the Boss Pittman, because when she reached out to me, she told me that her husband had a massive stroke. He was the breadwinner of the family, and they had limited savings. So now it was up to her to really, secure their financial future. And she's done that, many times over now. And this month, she's probably gonna make $7,000, $8,000 for the month. So she sent me a screenshot the other day. It was October the 13th, and she had already made $4,000. So just think about that. Just 13 days into the new month, and she's already made $4,000. All right. And so in August, mid-August, I actually flew from the Dominican Republic to Atlanta, stayed in Atlanta for a day, and then flew out to Las Vegas because my niece was getting married out there. And while in Las Vegas, I had a client that you see in the picture below. Her name is Tavara. And Tavara got in a car and drove 3 hours north to Las Vegas from California to meet me in person because, you know, she had seen me online. She became a client of mine. I mentored her. She started making money. And so when the people get into their cars and they drive 3 hours to come and meet you, you know that what you're doing is making a difference in people's lives. And that's what I'm here for. I'm just trying to make a difference. I'm out to mentor 100 people personally. And right now, I'm already up to about 60 clients. All right, this is another client of mine. So this is Marsha and her husband. What's her husband's name? I can't remember her husband's name right offhand right now because I've been doing a lot of work today. Sheldon. Yeah, his name is Sheldon. So Sheldon and Marsha got on a plane and flew to the Dominican Republic to come spend some time with me in person. And so again, you know, person jumps in a car and jumps on a plane to come and see you. You know, you're bona fide, you're transparent, you're honest, and you're really making a difference in people's lives. And I was in this screenshot, I was just saying congratulations to Marsha that she was able to scale, you know, her business up to making $1,200 every 2 weeks. And so, you know, that's $2,400 a month. And again, you know, that could pay off a lot of bills for you. And that's just getting started. Now, you know, occasionally I get people asking me how I got started in this or how I figured this business out. And so this is a one-of-a-kind business model that I do. I mean, there's other people who teach arbitrage, but there's probably no other person on the planet who teaches the same system that I set up. And the reason is I kind of invented this whole system. I just put it together piece by piece. So on the left, the guy in the gray t-shirt, that's a client of mine. His name is Giordano. He's from the UK. He lives in Colombia full time now, but he got started selling in the United States and the United Kingdom. And the guy on the right in the green t-shirt, that's Luke Jordan. And Luke Jordan is the reason why all this is actually possible. Because in 2015, when I started making money with Amazon, I went to Medellin, Colombia for 3 months, and I was able to meet Giordano and Luke. We were all staying in the same Airbnb, just having a good time. And Luke was in Medellin approaching the major grocery stores there called Exito. And he was charging them $30,000 to rank them on Google page 1. And when he found out about my business model, and, you know, he had a million questions for me. And, you know, as he started to ask those questions, the light bulbs in my head started to go off. And he basically asked me, he said, okay, so you have your own product that you own and you sell on Amazon, but what about the other tens of millions of products on Amazon? He's like, can you sell those too? And at the time, I had no idea. So I had to do some research, find out if that was possible or not. And lo and behold, it was possible. And so I came home from Atlanta 3 months later. I came home back to Atlanta 3 months later, and I started putting this whole business model together. So lo and behold, it took me 3.5 years to find the right mixture of softwares, get the softwares to communicate with one another, and then set up a whole business model that was duplicable. But it's thanks to Luke and Giordano. And you can see in this screenshot, Giordano, you know, was able to make $5,000 in revenue within his first couple of months. And here I am at my villa in Dominican Republic. So I stand in one of the most prestigious communities in the DR. It's called Casa Linda. I pay $3,000 a month for this villa. I have a rental car, 2 motorcycles, and these are 3 clients that flew in. So the guy in gray, he's still here with me right now. The guy in white, that's Jay Gustavo, and the guy in red, that's Ernest Fultz. And they were sitting exactly where you're sitting tonight watching this presentation. And so momentarily, I'm gonna bring Mike on when we pause for questions, so he can just give you a little insight to what it's like to be sitting where you are and then to spend 3 weeks with me just being trained on how to set up this business and get started making money in real life. All right, and so this is a Facebook post that I put into the client only Facebook group, and I'm basically saying that my clients range from ages 22 all the way up to 69. And the screenshot below is from my youngest client. He's a 22-year-old college student, and he was able to grow his account to $1,800 a month, and then he went on a shopping spree instead of reinvesting it. So, you know, you got to manage your business. You got to manage your money. You just can't make $1,800, $5,000, whatever, and go shopping. And you'll be able to do that once you grow your business to a certain level, but you can't do that starting off. So the questions that people have for me is like, okay, did he list a product every single day? No, he didn't. Did he start slow and pick up momentum? Yep. So he didn't even list a product every day. He sort of started slow, and he didn't use a virtual assistant as instructed. So despite not listing a product every day, a slow start, and no virtual assistant, he had no problem making $1,800 per month in only 3 months' time. So, you know, there's no lack of opportunity here. I mean, when I start to train you and download this information into your head, it's going to blow you away how much money you can make and how lucrative this actually is. But in saying that, I also want to articulate that 90% of all startups fail. So even though I personally mentor you step by step, I can't get on a plane, fly into your city, and knock on your door every morning and say, hey, it's time for you to get up and start working your Amazon business. So that responsibility will fall upon you. And so, you know, my success rate is a little more than 10%. So I'm beating the odds because I personally walk people through the process. So, you know, if you've ever taken an online course and you didn't even finish it, or you only made it through a couple of videos and then you tapped out, then this right here is going to amplify your success, because this is a mentorship and it's not going to a website, buying a course on how to become profitable or become successful on Amazon. And so hopefully this will get you out of the 9 to 5 rat race, because if you don't get yourself out of this rat race, you're going to be stuck in it for the rest of your life. So I typically only know 4 types of people in the world: the person with no job, the person with a 9 to 5, the self-employed, the business owner. And as you can see, if you have a job, then you got money coming in, but you got no time to travel and limited money. If you do have a job, then you have limited time because you're always working, and then, you know, limited resources to travel, but you got money to at least, because you got money coming in. And if you're self-employed, then you almost have no time because all your time is being dedicated to your business, but you do have the resources and money to travel. And of course, the best is being a business owner. And that's what I want to turn you into. I don't want to turn you into an entrepreneur. I want to turn you into a business owner. There's a difference. That will give you the time, money, and the freedom to travel. And that's how I'm able to do and live the lifestyle that I live. And when I leave here next year, I'm going to go to either Brazil, Africa, Thailand, or Indonesia, or possibly even the Philippines. So I'm literally just going to take a dart and throw it at a map with my eyes closed, and wherever it lands on the closest location I want to go to, that's probably where I'm going to end up. All right, so if you didn't know it or not, the 9 largest retailers in the United States, Walmart, Home Depot, Costco, CVS, Target, Lowe's, Walgreens, Kroger, and Best Buy, are worth a little over $1 trillion. But what else you probably didn't know is that Amazon is bigger than all 9 of those put together. It's actually bigger than the next like 25 retailers all combined. And this next graph puts it into perspective. So Amazon gives you access to 100 fulfillment centers worldwide and 15 global sorting centers. So they will ship your products out and they will receive your products. And this is the process of FBA. You simply find products at a low price, send them into Amazon, and Amazon makes sure that those products sell and get in front of customers. And they do this by giving you free unlimited traffic. Okay, you don't have to advertise. You don't have to talk to your mom and your uncles and your sisters and your cousins and your friends and the person you haven't seen since 10 years ago to buy your products. You don't have to do that. And as you can see, the next closest retailer is Walmart, and Walmart is only worth $339 billion, where Amazon by itself is sitting at $1.4 trillion. So you can see they're leaving everybody in the dust. And that's why, there's so many retailers closing stores, because they can't compete. They didn't transfer their business onto the internet, because they didn't think that it was going to be the future. They just kept doing business the old way. And when you keep doing business or living your life the old way, eventually you're going to become obsolete. So Amazon gives you the capacity to reach 185 countries around the world. And it's only 195 countries in existence. So, that's more than 90% of the planet that you'll have access to as an Amazon seller. And I should say Amazon global seller. So this right here is a little spreadsheet. So the system that I teach you, you don't have to go out and hunt for products. You're going to receive 15 products every single day, Monday through Friday, that are already profitable, that you're already eligible to sell, and all you have to do is analyze them. And you'll see return on investments like this, anywhere from 35% up to 150%, sometimes even higher. And so, you'll be able to analyze the competition, the buy price, the sell price, and you'll be able to choose which product you want to order based on all that data. So here's a real life example. You go online to Target and you can purchase this for $16.99. And then you send it into Amazon and you attempt to sell it for $52.98. So that would give you a profit of $22 every time you sold one, and your return on investment would be 133%. And as you can see right here, this indicates that it's selling about 45 times a month. So when we analyze it deeper, there's only 3 people selling it. The first one has 6 in stock, and the next 2 only have 1 in stock. And so, the price is $52.98 for the third seller, but the first 2 sellers have it at $44.98. And so that's only 8 in stock and 3 sellers. So this is where it would work. You would buy this for $16.99. Number 2, you would send it into Amazon and attempt to sell it for $52.98. And then Amazon will take their 15% processing fee, and that would come out to about $13.14 if you sell it at $52.98. And then Amazon will deposit into your Amazon Seller Central account $39.84. And so if you're doing the math, you can see that your profit will end up being $22.85. So you reimburse the cost of the product. And I can't stress this enough because most people just don't get this. So when you go out and you buy the product and you sell it on Amazon, Amazon's going to give you the money back that you even paid for the product. And then on top of that, they're going to give you profit. So in actuality, all your products end up being free. And come closer to the screen real quick. At the end of the year, Amazon's going to give you a 1099. When you get that 1099 and you are filing your taxes, you can write off all the inventory that you purchased. So if you purchase $10,000 worth of inventory, then on your taxes, you can write that off as a business expense. So not only is Amazon giving your money back for purchasing the product plus a profit, on your taxes, you get to write off all that inventory again. So if you're following here, if you're tracking, it's almost impossible for you to fail and not make money with this business. All right, so here's another real world product of mine. This is a product I used to sell. It's a Quip electric toothbrush replacement head. I used to buy these individually for $5, and I would bundle them together as a 3-pack. So that my buy cost would be $15, and I would attempt to sell it for $48.20. All right, so this next screen, you can see inside of my Amazon account where I had, 4 orders pending, well, 3 orders pending and 1 order complete. And you can see the prices. $40.99, $41.99, $45.99, $45.65. On this next page, 1 order pending, 4 orders complete, and the prices: $45.75, $42.97, $45.99, $43.99, $43.99. And on this last page, 4 complete orders, 1 canceled. If an order is canceled, no problem. It returns to your inventory, you resell it again. And all the way down the page, I sold it for $43.99. So what this comes out to be is that my average selling price ended up being $44. I ordered 15 of them, and here's the breakdown of that whole entire sale process. I ordered 15, sold them for $44 on average a piece. That equated to $660 in sales. Amazon deducts their fee of $172.25, and then the deposit into my Amazon Seller Central account, $487.75. So remember, I purchased 15 of them. And so 15 times the cost of them, 15 times 15 would be $225 that I paid for the product. And then on top of that, I'm reimbursed for the product, and then I made a whopping $262 profit on top of that. So you won't be at a loss. And you can see right here, my price is at $45.86. And on this next screen, you can see I'm sitting right here in the number 6 spot, and I only had 1 left in stock. And so you can see this was selling 31 times a month, but over the next 90 days, the sales were projected to go up to 91 times a month. And I was competing against 20 other sellers. So I was the 21st seller in the number 6 position, and I had no problem selling 15 of them in the midst of all this competition. All right, here's another actual product of mine that I sell. This right here is a sewing machine called the Arctic Crystal. I used to buy it for $119, and you already know what I did with it after that. I shipped it into Amazon. So buy it for $119, sell it on Amazon for $259. That means my profit was $77 every time I sold it, or my money, our return on investment, was 66% ROI. All right, and as you can see here, this thing was selling on average, sells on average 72 times a month. And over the next 90 days, it's projected to sell even more at about 234 times per month. And next, you can see on this screen, my profit output right here. So 385. So it takes me literally only 5 minutes to go to the retailer, purchase this, and add this to a couple of more softwares and spreadsheets. So that whole process takes me 5 minutes. Like literally, I could have woke up this morning, purchased 5 of these, and in 5 minutes made $385. And so I know most people who are engineers and architects who go to work for 8 hours a day who don't make $385 an hour, or let alone in 5 minutes. All right, so this is my purchase summary. The sell total was $599.95. Shipping and handling was only $1.95, and then the sales tax was $42.13. So my total order came up to $644.03. All right, and this right here was another product of mine. I used to get this from Home Depot. It was $187.31, and I was able to resell it on Amazon for $499. So you're probably asking me, well, why would somebody pay $499 when they can get it for $187? And that's how people shop. That's not how you shop. So, the cell phone that you're probably watching this on, or the computer you're watching this on, or the desktop you're watching this on, you probably could have got that product at a much cheaper price, but you didn't go scour the internet to search for the cheapest price. You went to the website where you're comfortable shopping. You found the product that you want. You compared the price on the page. You probably got an extension that says, hey, you might be able to get this cheaper from XYZ retailer. But other than that, you just go ahead and purchase it because you know that your information is already saved. The website will scan you or send you counterfeit products. So we shop where we're comfortable. We go where we're comfortable. You know, that's in life, we always are constantly trying to calibrate and make sure that we're comfortable. To seek out excitement. When we're tired, we try to get some rest. And so that's a constant equation of life where you go and you do with what makes you comfortable. Like if you're lying in bed and it gets too hot, you're going to turn the AC down to make it a little bit cooler so you can cool off. All right, so as you can see here, I used to purchase 8 at a time, and now let me show you what my profit output looks like. So right here, you can see that I would buy 8 for $187.31, and then that would end up costing me, you know, just shy of $1,500. Then I would sell all 8 for $499, and so that would just be short of $4,000 in sales. Amazon would take out their fee, which was $1,416.25, and then they would deposit into my account $2,500. And you know, so automatically I'm reimbursed for the $1,500 that I paid for the product, and for the day, I would make $1,000. So let's say if this product was still in stock with Home Depot, I would do the same thing tomorrow. I would wake up tomorrow morning, I would purchase 8 of these, and it would literally take me 5 minutes. So if I got up at 10:30, brushed my teeth, got some breakfast, came down, turned on my computer. Let's say I turned on my computer at 10:45. At 10:45, I would literally purchase 5 of these, and at 10:50, I would be done. So in the span of 5 minutes, I would make $1,000 for the day. And again, this is more money than the highest paid surgeon probably makes in the country, or a high attorney. They get paid hourly about $200-300 an hour, but they don't make $1,000 in 5 minutes. So this is how I'm able to make $30,000 to $35,000 a month on autopilot, and I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing. All right, and I'm also going to show you how to reverse engineer other large sellers, much bigger than myself, like sellers who have been selling on Amazon even longer than I have, maybe 12 years, 13 years. And I'm going to teach you how to see exactly how many products in their stores. I'm going to show you how to see what brand names they're selling. It's just right here on the screen in front of you. It's like this seller has 4,854 products in their Amazon account. And these are the brands they're selling. And these are brands that you would never even think of to sell, let alone contact and work out a distribution deal with them. So, you know, I didn't even think anybody still wore Saucony or Saucony. I don't even know how to say it anymore. But this was a popular brand back when I was in high school. And Merrell, I've never even heard of Merrell or Bear Paw or Sperry. I've heard of Crocs, but you know, I've heard of Puma and Brooks, but that's it. The other brands I never even heard of. And so I'm going to show you how to go in, reverse engineer any seller on Amazon you want and cherry pick their products to make your business both easy and exponential. And you can also see the categories that they specialize in. And so this is what I'm going to teach you. I'm telling you, I'm going to blow you away. And this is why my clients call me Master Wayne, because I went out in life and first thing I did was mastered myself. So my 2 biggest idols in life, Bruce Wayne, Bruce Lee, one fictitious, one real. And Bruce Lee, you know, Alfred called him Master Wayne, and Bruce Lee's students called him Master Bruce. And so my name is Wayne also, so I just stuck with Master Wayne because over 10 years, I figured out how to master Amazon. I would do it every single day until I knew as much about Amazon as they know about themselves. All right, so here's the formula. Rule number 1, you'll always know whether or not something is profitable. If you don't know if it's profitable, you're not going to touch it. Number 2, you're going to better see your return on your investment. If you put your money in real estate or stocks and bonds or the stock market or bearer bonds or mutual funds, you're looking at an annual return on your money of only 10 to 12%. I'm going to show you how to blow that away. So I don't trade options. I don't trade currencies. I don't do any of that. I don't gamble with my money. I make return on investments with my money. Number three, I'm going to show you how to see what your competition looks like in terms of FBA sellers and 4 merchant sellers. The only difference between the two is a merchant seller has their product in a warehouse, at home, in their garage, in their basement, or in a spare bedroom somewhere, whereas an FBA seller does what I teach you to do: buy products in advance, send those products into Amazon fulfillment centers all over the world, and once they sell, Amazon will ship it to the customer, handle customer service, handle returns, and you get paid. 5, I'm going to show you how to always know how much inventory your competition has, because that's important to know. Do they have 1 in stock, or do they have 100 in stock? Number 6, I'm going to teach you how to read Amazon's bestseller ranking, so you'll be able to distinguish how fast something is selling and whether or not sales are slowing down or speeding up. Number 7, whether or not something is, you're even eligible to sell it. If you're not eligible to sell it, don't even waste your time. Number 8, sales per month. I'm going to show you how to know exactly how many times any given product is sold and the 30-day period that you're currently looking at it, and also historically how often it has sold every single month for the past 11 months. And number 9 is whether or not you're able to sell something internationally. So can you sell it in the United States? Can you sell it in the United Kingdom? Can you sell it in Spain, France, Germany, so forth and so on? And then last but not least, I'm going to teach you a lot of trade secrets that other sellers don't even know about. And so this is, what my mentorship involves, and the knowledge that I'm going to teach you. And this right here amplifies your success, because most people just say, hey, give me $2,500, give me $10,000, go to my website, and then watch 1,500 videos until your eyes are crossed and you fall asleep and you tap out. This is none of that. I'm going to walk you through the setup. I'm going to walk you through how to register for all the softwares, and then I'm going to walk you through how to actually perfect this whole process through training. And so as you can see, here's the formula. We source products from retailers all over or wholesalers. We buy at a low price. We send it to a third-party company that actually boxes everything up correctly. And then they'll send it into Amazon for us. When it arrives at Amazon, it'll sell at a higher price. And then we pocket the difference and Amazon pays us. And you can do this. You can see it on the screen, but I want you to come close to the screen. An unlimited number of products. So if you're now starting to put that math into your head, you can see how valuable this is and how you can make life-changing financial income. All right, now we're going to take a short break and we're going to pause for questions. So let's go ahead and get those questions up on the screen, and let's go ahead and answer some questions so we can finish this presentation. And, I can enrich some of you guys with some of this knowledge. All right. Master Wayne, only me is asking me, do you sell clothes and sneakers, and especially dress socks? That's what I'm looking for, sir. Absolutely. So not only do I and my clients sell shoes, women's clothes, women's heels, hiking boots, tennis shoes, you can belts, you can sell virtually anything as long as you're eligible to sell it. And when people ask me what I do, I often tell them me and my clients sell products from the cradle to the grave. From the time that you're born, that baby nipple that you're sucking on, all the way until you die, until the suit you have on in the casket, or even the casket itself. So yes, you can sell sneakers, shoes, socks, ties, belts, whatever you want. All right, next question. All right, Damon Hickman is asking, can I do the job while I'm overseas? Absolutely, Damon. You can do this wherever you are in the world. Right now, I've been in the Dominican Republic for 13 months, and I spent 6 months living in Santo Domingo, And now for 7 months, I've been in Sosua. So you could do this. I have a client that's in Colombia. I have clients that's in Colombia. I have clients who are in the United Kingdom. And so you could do this wherever. I have a client in Africa, in Guinea, Africa. So you could do this wherever you are in the world, and you won't have to work. And this business will deposit the money. Amazon will deposit the money straight into your bank account, wherever country you set it up in. And so you can live anywhere you want to in the world and not have to worry about how you're going to pay your bills and how you're going to survive. All right. Great question, Damon. Next question. All right. PhillyDom is asking, if you sell your own products, are you registered as a private label brand? And can you take any other steps to protect your products? So yes, if you sell your own products, it's oftentimes called private label or white label. And these would be products that you manufacture and that you'll actually end up owning. And yes, you could take steps to protect your brand, protect your products. And I'm going to walk you through how to do that once you're ready to, go to that level. And now I'm going to have my client, my homeboy, my ace, Boom Coon. Now, mind you, this guy was sitting right where you guys are. And now he's about to sit in my seat. And I want you to ask him anything you want. And he's going to just tell you about his experience of being here. All right, Mike, take it away.
Okay. Hello, everybody. PhillyDom, what up?
You can see yourself right there.
Okay. Got it. Right into the camera, right in here. Cool. First of all, my name is Mike Logan. I'm a subscriber, just like the rest of y'all. No different from the rest of y'all. I watched a lot of the presentations, and just like y'all, I was somewhat, not knowing whether to do it, not knowing whether not to do it. I had a bunch of questions for PhillyDom. Bunch of questions. I don't know if he remember, but I had a bunch of questions. I'm like, yo, why you ain't doing, what's up with this? Why this, why that? Because we know you, we don't know Wayne, boom, boom, boom. And then he said, well, look, my family is doing it, and it's all good. My family's doing it. They're doing well at it. I even had a chance to be here while your cousin was calling him and talking to him over the phone and whatnot. So I seen it was real. And the thing that sold me on it, okay, PhillyDom said, well, when I get the chance to be there next to him, I'll do it. So that's when I got the idea of saying, okay, well, Wayne, I switched my questions over to Wayne. I said, well, Wayne, if I come there, will you let me do it with you? Will you show me in person what we are doing? Because most gurus and people of that nature, you can't reach out and touch. So I said, if he let me do that, I'll come. And that's what happened. He said, you can come right here and I'll show you on the kitchen table. And that's exactly what we did. He showed me on the kitchen table. Me and another guy named Ernest came the same day. I came to Santiago. I couldn't get a flight to Puerto Plata. I came to Santiago. When I got to Santiago, he came and picked me up, him, his beautiful wife. They came, picked me up, and then took me over to Puerto Plata, and we got Ernest. All of us got on I think the next day, we got on the kitchen table, and in a matter of minutes, man, this dude, he made $400 in a matter of minutes. And, of course, it was like 15 minutes or what have you, because he slowed down enough for us to catch on. We newbies, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know, I'm still learning. Okay. But, I feel like right now, believe it or not, I probably know a whole lot more than anybody else looking in. But Master Wayne is good at showing you and carry you along. You'll know what to do. You don't actually have to do what I did, but I'm a skeptic. That's just, that's the way I looked at it. I said, I got to get there to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I'm a truck driver. I've been a truck driver for 15 years. Okay. And when it comes to computers and all that kind of stuff, I mean, I'm all thumbs, you know what I'm saying? I had never I bought a computer for this. So this was the first time that I had ever did anything like this. And now after 3 weeks of being here, I know how to look at a product and say, and I'll be like, Wayne, I don't like that. I want something that's making a little more money, or I want to do this and I want to do that. He said, okay, but don't have to worry about getting greedy. You have to worry about being consistent. And that's the main thing. You got to be buying products every day. Then you can get up to where he's at. It's not a get rich. You know, it's going to take time. You got to build up to that. But everything has been working out the way, you know, and I thought it would, you know, the way I hoped it would work out. But I want to say another thing before we get to any kind of questions. When I first saw this, and Philly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I first saw this presentation, I said, "Man, this guy's in the closet. He got Christmas lights on." I said, "Man, I don't see it. I don't see it, bro. I just don't see it." When I got here, it's swimming pools, palm trees, and balconies. This is a real villa. This joint is huge. I don't know why he does it right. I'd be at the pool doing this. You know? I'd be seeing, you know what I mean? I'd be at the pool. I'd be on the balcony. This thing is big. It's in a gated community, the best community down here. And most of these people that's down here, that come down here in Philly, you know, they on that plane in 4 days. They on the plane in 4 days. Master Wayne lives this life every single day. Every single day. This is how he lives, and I've been here living it with him, and it ain't just me. Ernest was here doing the same thing. He's another subscriber. Never met him a day in my life. Never met him. Never met PhillyDom, other than the fact that I, you know, just connecting with him on his channel and liking what he do, and believing in him because he gave me some good money on the Alaskan, what was that? The Alaskan thing that you was
doing? Processing job, yeah.
The seafood processing. I used to check everything you told me. I said, let me see if all of this checks out. And it all checked out. And I said, I don't think he would turn on us. I think if this guy knows something, he's going to pass it along. You know, this is his channel. So you got to pass along the truth if you want to stay in business. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. So, after that and seeing how he was living and all these things, and like I said, I've been here 3 weeks. I'm planning on being here another month. I was able to kind of take a little leave of absence from my job, and you know, if it works out, I hope I never go back. I'm trying to walk in faith, like you did with Mama. I'm trying to walk in faith that I'll be able to stay here. You know what I'm saying? Because we buy products every day. We aggressive with it. We buy products every day, so it ain't no playing around. Now we can open it up and you can ask me whatever you want.
Got any questions for them? They watching. There's a couple people watching, but they ain't nobody asking questions.
Okay. I'm the real thing. I'm just like y'all. No different from y'all. Subscriber, truck driver, and as soon to be online entrepreneur. Well, I'm already online entrepreneur. But hopefully one day, you know, I'm going to be down here in my villa doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to stand right next to him until it get right. Yeah.
It's definitely
y'all good?
Happen. Yeah, we good. They ain't ask no questions.
Okay. Hey, PhillyDom, peace and blessings, my brother.
No problem,
I like the blonde, man. It's different, man. I like the blonde.
You know? Oh, somebody do got a question.
Okay.
Somebody asked a question. Lonnie Slim said, how long have you been doing this?
I started 3 weeks ago. Me and Ernest came down 3 weeks ago. This is another subscriber of yours, you know, faithful subscriber of yours. But all of us, you know, we got mad love for PhillyDom. And we came on the same day. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm.
So that's, Lonnie Slim, he answered your question. He said 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
and he's training in person. He's right there.
I trained in person.
Like side by side with Master Wayne.
Absolutely. And that happened because of him. He said, you come down here, you can learn right here with me. Because that's how I presented it. I said, okay, I'll do it on the one condition. Can I come down there and reach out and touch everybody? You don't have to do that. You could do it online, you know what I'm saying? But I just felt like, if a dude is real, why can't I come see? You know what I'm saying? You know, if I got the time. Yeah, because a lot of people is not letting you do that because there's some, you know what I'm saying, there's some unrealness there. Let me just put it in a nice way, you know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna allow you to do that because then you might, you know, pull down the curtain. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But Master Wayne is completely transparent, like he says. And he's going to show you in real time how he does what he do. He'll show you that in real time.
All right, I got another question for you, my brother. They said Naughty Slim asked, okay, you're seeing profit. Do you see any profit yet? Do you see?
No, I gotta be here a little longer. I'm still like on my 30 days of buying products. See, the first 30 days or so, you need to be buying products. Your products got to be shipped in. You got to be buying products. You got to be consistent with it. It can't be a thing where you're buying a product today and product tomorrow. So first I had to train. I couldn't just jump in and buy products day one. You know, I had to train. I had to understand what I was doing. So over the last week, I've been buying products steadily. Over the next few weeks, I'll be keeping the same process, buying every single day. And then that's when I'll be back here to show you exactly what happened. I'll be back here to show you exactly what we did, how we did it, and where I got to.
You heard that, Naughty Slim? So he said he'll give you updates as he gets further into the Amazon sales, the online business. He'll give you updates and you'll understand everything that's going on. He'll guide you through it and let you know, like, yeah, I'm starting to make profit now, or this is what's going on. Okay, she said yes. Yes, she said yes. Okay. Anybody else got any questions for him? You got a person live and direct right here. You can ask him any question. He's in Master Wayne's Amazon program. Any question you guys want to ask? And in Master Wayne's villa. I don't know why you don't show his villa. I'd be showing it. If it was me, I'd be showing. He's a modest dude. He's a humble dude, though. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And you have what is it? Monty. Oh, he just said big up. Monty said big up PhillyDom. Yeah, I think that's it. Nobody else asked questions, my brother. Okay. Thanks for the support, man. First time I got to actually see you and you see me. You know, I've seen you, but you ain't ever seen me. Well, we see each other face to face now. Yeah. I hope I can hang out with you down in Brazil one of these days, man. You gotta come down here, man. Brazil is crazy. Absolutely. Man. I believe it. Keep giving us them videos, my brother. No problem. I will. I promise. I will. Absolutely. Much love. Much love.
All right, so you guys got to hear from the guy who was sitting right where you guys are right now, and he jumped on a plane, and he was like, okay, Wayne, I'm going to come meet you in person and sit down and get trained in person. And not only did he take that trip, but Ernest Falls took that trip, and also Jay Gustavo. Okay. So it was three of them. And took that trip. Yesterday, Mike and my wifey and her sister and her aunt was here. So we all went to the beach together. And, we got to the beach around 3 o'clock. And I was like, okay, listen, at 6 o'clock, I have to leave because another client of mine called me and said, hey, I have a friend who's in Sosua and he wants to meet you. And so I called them and said, listen, I can meet you at 6 o'clock at Roomba. So, I brought the whole family from the beach. Mike Logan was with us, of course. And we stopped at Roomba, and I sat down and met with the new client right there, straight from the beach. Had on sandals and sand all in my face and everything. So that's just how I am. I'm real, I'm transparent, and I'm looking to help 100 people by personally training you guys, and I'm already at 60. So there's only really 40 spots left, and by the end of the year, those spots will be all taken up. So, keep your questions coming. I'm going to go ahead and jump back in and finish the presentation so you can see the whole scope of this opportunity. And then we're going to open it back up for some questions at the end so everybody has clarity. All right, so at some point, I want you to be like Mike and, no pun intended, be like Mike Logan, not Mike Jordan. And I want you to learn how to run your own business for at least 30 days straight without any help from me whatsoever. And the reason why I want you to do this is because when you're ready, I'm going to train a virtual assistant to come on and manage and operate your business for you. And the virtual assistant is going to send you a spreadsheet like this every day with pretty much all the work done for you. So you'll be able to cut it down to even less time, where only thing you'll have to do is log into your spreadsheet and purchase the product that your virtual assistant has already analyzed and already knows that it's profitable, already knows it'll sell, and then that's it. Your virtual assistant handles everything else. But in order to do this, you need to be able to understand and manage your own business, just in case something happens to your virtual assistant. Could be death, could be sickness. They could just quit on you. Who knows? Fine, they could hit the lottery. And then, you know, so if that happens, I need for you to be able to manage and operate your own virtual assistant, your own business, until we get you a new virtual assistant. Now, if you don't know this, Amazon is a global marketplace, and I'm setting you up for a global business. This is not a business you're just going to have in the United States. When you get to a certain level, you're going to be able to sell in every Amazon marketplace around the world. And if you just look at this list, all the way from the United States down to India, you can see the massive amount of traffic that each individual Amazon marketplace generates. And here's a secret. If you start selling in these other marketplaces, excluding the United States and the United Kingdom, it'll be like selling on Amazon 10 or 15 years ago when nobody even knew this opportunity existed. So the competition will shrink dramatically. It'll be like taking candy from a baby. Right now, I have 3 Canadian clients. And for those Canadian clients, it's like Amazon 10 years ago. They don't have any competition. And I'm going to show you how you can do that. You can analyze those different marketplaces and sell in those marketplaces and sell products that nobody even has the product in stock. So you'll be the only person even selling it for a whole year. And all you have to do is keep it in stock. And so when I tell you this opportunity is just crazy, I don't want you to listen to people who say, yo, Amazon is oversaturated, because those people are just trying to scare you away because they don't want you selling on the same platform as them, because they're greedy. They want all the money for themselves. And they're just trying to, you know, push off the competition instead of sharing the wealth. And so I'm going to set you up for success if you decide that this is a journey that you want to take. Now, I'm going to explain how Amazon works in the background, and it works by a metric called the buy box. So the buy box is simply when you look at an Amazon product. So this right here in this example is a Samsung Galaxy A10 phone. And if you look right here to the right of the phone in the lower corner, you see there's 10 sellers. It says new 10 from $128.84. And I know you've all seen this on the Amazon page. And all this simply means is that there's 10 people selling this phone, and the cheapest price is $128.84. And if you come over here to this other box I have highlighted, and you click inside this box, it'll open up. It will open up all the other 10 Amazon sellers. And, you know, some have their price at $137, some might have it at $148, some might have it at $150, but the cheapest price is $128. But the cheapest price doesn't always win the buy box. So there's 24 hours in a day. So let's say there was 24 people selling this phone. Then each seller would potentially get 1 hour a day in the buy box. So the difference in sales value would simply come down to what time you're in the buy box. If you're in the buy box at 4 o'clock in the morning, you may not get no sales. But if you're in the buy box at 7 p.m. during the middle of the evening, you might get 5 sales. So it all comes down to that buy box. Whenever you're in that buy box, whomever presses the add to cart button or buy now as a customer, that's who wins the sale. So this is the algorithm that Amazon has, but it allows for everyone to get an equal distribution of sales based on your account metrics, your price, and other algorithmic variations. So I'm going to show you how to perfect that when you get started as an Amazon seller. And another secret that I impose on all of my clients is that before you even purchase a product, I'm going to show you how to qualify for cash back. So we don't even factor this into our overall profit margin when we analyze a product. So this right here is going to be icing on the cake. So never let anyone tell you that you can't have your cake and eat it too, because it's not true. I'm gonna show you how to have your cake, eat it too, and have a little ice cream on the side with some cherries. All right. Now, this is from a Facebook group that I'm in. It's called Arbitrage Income, Amazon FBA Wholesale Online and Retail Arbitrage. I know it's a long name. I didn't create the group, but hey, it is what it is. So this person, just in summation, was just saying that a friend had asked him about, selling on Amazon. He was curious about, his Amazon business. And so he gave him his Amazon store name. And his friend went and copied every single product that the person had. And his name is Glenn Carter. And he was like, he was really pissed off about that, because now, he's just creating more competition for himself. And Amazon's got so many products and so many new products debuting every day. I think at one time they had over 400,000 new products debuting on Amazon every day, because there's constantly products being created that didn't exist every single day. So the number of products is growing much faster than the number of sellers coming in to sell in the marketplace. But even that being said, you don't want anybody to just steal every single product that you have inside your store. So this is not a sweepstakes. This is not a raffle. This is not multi-level marketing. You never have to share your Amazon store name with anyone. So, I'm going to show you how to walk through the Amazon application process, how to set up your business, how to train you on how to order products, and how to start making money. But you'll never have to ask anybody else to go to your store and purchase your products. Amazon's going to give you free customers for life. All you have to do is build it and they will come. Now, if you missed out on all this wealth creation, from Google all the way down to NFTs, no problem, because Amazon rakes in $4.4 billion a week and $638 million a day, $26 million an hour, and almost close to $500,000 a minute. And so there are 350 million people in the United States. That's every man, woman, and child in the United States, right? 350 million. If you look right here on this screenshot, Amazon makes $638 million a day. So if you're doing the numbers, then you realize that every single man, woman, and child in the United States, regardless of how much money they're making, whether they're homeless or a billionaire, and everybody in the United States could make $1,000 a day on Amazon, and Amazon would still be profitable to the tune of $288 million a day. So if you're doing the math on that, then you realize that there's no saturation on Amazon. Think about that. If you live in cities like LA, New York, and Atlanta, you know what the homeless population in those cities look like. So imagine you gathering up every homeless person in every city across America, and then boom, you pay them $1,000 a day. You instantly solve the homeless epidemic. You instantly give everybody a brand new life and opportunity, and it doesn't even put a wrinkle into the revenue that Amazon is generating every single day. So I just want to put that into perspective. So when you hear people say, oh, Amazon is saturated, you can't make no money, those people are greedy, or they simply just don't know what they're talking about. It's just no two ways about it. All right, so here's a screenshot of my Amazon account, and you can see right there my total balance sitting at $26,584, right? $4,000 in sales for the day. I sold 16 big boy items. And so this is a screenshot. So this means nothing. But now I'm actually take you into a video of me at my computer, and you can see exactly. So this is me in my apartment in Santo Domingo, where I spent my first 6 months. It was a nice little luxury. You can see my remote controls, my cigar, and my phone right there. And this is a 3-computer monitor that I have set up. So it's a laptop with an attachment. You can see me pressing the refresh button, And you can see I'm in the Dominican Republic, so it's trying to convert me over to Spanish. And boom, this is a couple of days later after that screenshot. Well, now I'm at $32,000 for the month, right? $32,784.52. And I'm pressing refresh again, just so you can see there's no Photoshop, there's no magic. It's just me holding my phone. Well, I have two phones, so my main phone and then my Galaxy Z Fold. So just to show you, it's my Galaxy Z Fold. Boom, you flip it and it turns into like a little tablet. And then you just close it. And then here's my main phone. So you see one phone on the desk and I'm recording this video with the other phone. And so, you know, that's just how transparent I am, like Mike Logan was just telling you. And boom, here I am at an ATM machine with my phone taking a screenshot of what's actually on the ATM machine. And so, you know, you can't really fake that. And so here's my debit card at the time with my USAA business bank account. And that's my last four digits, 7854. And you can see those last digits on the ATM screen, 7854, and the flash blurred out the 4. But you can see how much money is in my savings account and how much money was in my checking account. And so, you know, this is total transparency. And if this isn't enough for you, it gets better. Boom. So boom, I like to deposit my money from my business checking account right into my Navy Federal account so I can, you know, spend what I need and then save the rest. And you can see deposits, $35,142.90. And then you can see how much money I spent that month. I spent $23,000. And then how much money I saved that month automatically, because, you know, that's my version of saving. I don't budget. I just make sure I make more money than I spend. So, you know, that's how you save automatically. And I want to teach you how to do the same thing. So at my end, $14,000 is what I saved for that month. Next bank statement. So let me go back. So I think this was for April to May. And as you can see, this year, I just blurted out some of my pertinent information. And then this right here is much more recent, from July to August. And so boom, $32,253.90. And then you can see I spent $27,000 because I was in Vegas during that time frame. And, you know, I gave my niece a nice wad of cash. I took everybody out for dinner and paid for everything. You know, I had rented a drop top Corvette Z8 and drove around Vegas. I went to the dispensaries, and you already know what happens at the dispensaries, and what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. And of course, my plane flight, I fly first class. I flew first class from the DR to Atlanta, then from Atlanta to Vegas, and then all my flights back. And so, boom, I still saved $5,000 for that month. So, you know, no problem, right? And then this right here is from August to September. So this is all the way into, you know, the last part of September. And you can see $16,871. And you're like, okay, Wayne, you typically make it about 30 or 35. So Amazon's payment period is every 2 weeks, but of course it's not on the 15th and 1st of every month. It rolls over. So this pay period actually ended on like my Amazon pay period was supposed to be like September the 27th. So as you can see here, you know, I was still waiting on Amazon. I was still waiting on Amazon to pay me out another $17,000. And so that would have brought me to like $33,000 for the month. But every now and then it's going to roll over into the next payment period, just based on the fact that we have a crazy calendar system where some months have 30 days, others have 31, and then February has 28, except unless it's a leap year. And by the way, the reason why that is because there really aren't 12 months in a year. There are actually 13 months in a year. So whether you know it or not, every single year you work a whole month for free. And if you don't believe me, get out your calculator and just multiply 13 times 28. So we know that a week only has 7 days. So every month is supposed to have exactly 4 weeks. And there's actually just 52, 54 weeks in a calendar year. If you add this up, it all comes out to be perfect, right? So if you multiply 13 times 28, you get 360 4 days in a year. And that's exactly how many days there are in a year. And so every single month is supposed to have exactly 28 days, just like February. So that means every month has exactly 4 weeks, and every week is exactly 7 days. And to further prove this, you already know that there's only 7 days in a week. There is no 8th day of the week. There's no name for it. So there's only 7 days in a week. But every single month, they roll over 3 days or 2 days into the month. So you only get, if you get paid every month, how many paychecks do you get for the year? That's right, 12. If you get paid bi-weekly, then you only get how many paychecks for the whole year? That's right, 24. But to your surprise and your detriment, you don't work the whole 13 months and you only got paid for 12. So, and remember, the Mayans had the best calendar that they could estimate dates well into the future. And they had, their months were called Baktuns. And guess how many Baktuns they had? Yep, you guessed it, 13. And, you know, in the Jewish culture, they have bar mitzvah. And this not only happens in the Jewish culture, but it happens in every culture. A young boy or a young girl, we all come to puberty around the same exact age. You guessed it, 13. 13 months in a year. Bar mitzvah when you turn 13. And the moon is landlocked to the earth. It doesn't spin around, it just sits there. And it doesn't rotate on an orbit or axis like the earth does. The earth spins around, the moon doesn't. The moon just rotates on an orbit around, but it has no axis. And guess how many lunar cycles the moon has every single month? Without me having to tell you, you already know. The answer is 13. So now you know the truth. Now, what you do with the truth that's up to you. And last but not least, what number have you always been taught is evil, is bad luck, and to stay away from it? And most actually buildings with this a certain number of floors don't have this floor. And then again, you already know that the answer is 13. But that's enough for me talking. I'm just sharing some information. So let me see. All right, so this right here is me in Medellin, Colombia. And I love this quote from Will Smith. He says, being realistic is the most common path to mediocrity. And this is called parapente. You're actually attached to a harness and an instructor, and you're literally sailing in the clouds. And my only advice is to make sure you go on the hottest day possible, because when you're up this high in the altitude, it's cold as hell, all right? So this is parapente. This is me skydiving in Atlanta. I'm just gonna go through this real fast. This is some of the places I've been, you know. This was actually Las Vegas in 2017. And I was there for 30 days, just having a good time. I've been to Senegal, Africa, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, Guadalupe, Colombia, Cartagena, Colombia, Medellin, Colombia, Hoover Dam. When I was just in Las Vegas, I actually took a helicopter tour to the Grand Canyon. That was real nice. I'm gonna add some of those screenshots later on to the presentation. And then I love motorcycles. I got 2 right now, one for me, one for wifey. I love helicopter tours, and I took my wifey and her sister on a catamaran tour to Puerto Plata. It was like a 4-hour ride. We went snorkeling, they served us food. It was just a real nice trip. And then I love penthouses or villas or luxury apartments. You know, when you make enough money, you're gonna probably give yourself the best accommodation so you can always be safe. And then when you're traveling, you get to meet some of the best people in the world. You know, like Mike has been hanging out with me and my wifey and her family, and I pay for everything. You know, we went out to Ojo, a little club right on the beach, and we just had a good time. You know, so when you're traveling, you meet other people on vacation, and everybody, all their problems are behind them in the United States or wherever they're from, and everybody's just smiling on their best behavior. All right, and so, you know, again, just meet people all over the place, just having a good time. This is in Medellin, Colombia, at the top of Tres Cruces Mountain. And you can see I'm in fairly decent shape, but at this altitude, man, that was a journey. All right, and this is Spa Castle in Dallas, Texas. It's actually in Cumberland, Texas, but I fly into Dallas, and then Cumberland is just a little small suburb of Dallas. And I used to fly here every other month when I was in Atlanta, but of course the pandemic put the brakes on that. But they have a built-in hotel, they have restaurants. You can bring your girl, she can get a manicure, a pedicure, massages. They have this nap room. The floor is heated, and they got little mats on the floors, and you lay on the little mat, and you can feel the heat coming up, and it puts you to sleep just like that. It's like magic, right? And then they got infrared tanning beds. They got a movie theater room downstairs. They got a bathroom or a lounge where you can sit and just watch television. This is a dope place. So if you're looking for a wow factor, take your girlfriend to Spa Castle, and you'll be the man, okay? To change her life and yours too. And they got like 7 to 8 different saunas, each different temperature, each with a different wood variation inside the sauna. And 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, outdoor jacuzzi, indoor jacuzzi. They can accommodate kids. It's just a real great spot. Every other month, I would jump on a plane in Atlanta and fly to Dallas, Texas, just to indulge. This is me celebrating Halloween in Medellin, Colombia. They have the culture where they embrace, like the skulls, and I forget exactly what they call it, but, they really get down. This is a major holiday for them because, it's just embedded in the culture. And this is me going whitewater rafting in Costa Rica. It's a great time. Before I went outdoor skydiving, I learned how to do indoor skydiving. That taught me the mechanics. It's sort of backwards. When you lean left, you actually go right. When you lean right, you go left. So you got to learn all those things. So when you jump out the plane for real, you don't kill yourself, right? And of course, I was a season ticket holder to all the sports franchises in Atlanta. So the Braves, the soccer team, the Falcons, the Hawks. So just always having a good time. And, it's just more of me just out in the world having a good time. Cartagena, rock climbing, zip lining, horseback riding, exploring Tennessee, riding quads, Segway tours. Just always 2 of my babies right here. These are my Lincoln MKZ hybrids. They're actually identical cars, just one is white, one is black. I guess this is really what you do when you just have the type of money that you need to really just do the things that you want to in life. So, you'll buy identical cars, just different colors, because you ain't got nothing else better to do. And this is my 3rd baby right here. This is the i8 BMW. So they're all hybrids, but the BMW, you got to actually plug it in to charge it. You can also charge it when you're driving in economy mode, but, it charges real slow like that. So, but the MKZs, you don't have to plug those in at all. And you can see in my garage hanging on the wall were 2 electric bicycles, and they fold in half, so it made it easy to put them in the car. I would go to the bike trail. In Atlanta, we had this thing called Silver Comet Trail. Get on the trail, and it used to be a railroad that stretches from Georgia all the way to Alabama. So it's like 60 miles. And so I would ride out about 20 miles, get tired, and then come back on electricity. So it's just always a real good trip. So this is where I filmed that video of me on my computer showing my main account. This is the luxury apartment in Santo Domingo. And I spent my first 6 months here. It was nice, but Santo Domingo is the capital, it's the major city. And as you can see right here in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen in the window, they were building a brand new shopping mall right across the street. And it's like on the same level as the pool. And I was like, man, this is nice. But I didn't account for the noise. The construction noise was just banging and drilling and, machines pulling up every single day. And then in the Dominican Republic, the streets are small and narrow and not really built to handle the traffic. So there's constant cars and motorcycles honking their horns 24/7. And, you just don't get used to that. I don't care if you're from New York or Atlanta or LA, it's just too much noise. So that's why I left Santo Domingo, came out to Sosua for some private villa life. And now, man, it's so quiet here. really don't hear a peep. So I was here during Christmas in Santo Domingo, my Christmas tree in the corner, and this is the balcony all lit up in blue. I installed the lights myself. This is me on a field trip in Tennessee with a bunch of other Amazon sellers from Atlanta. And if you haven't realized that, this is just digital real estate, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I actually practiced real estate with Coldwell Banker for 5 years, from 2004 to 2009. And this is the new real estate. No longer are the days where you have to buy a house, flip it, fix the plumbing, change the roof, decorate it, and hope that it sells. Nah, just buy a product every single day, and you're gonna flip your money several times faster. It's just, this is the future. And boom, I don't have to tell you how many stores are closing. You already know this. You see it around you every day. You see it in the mall. Look, JCPenney closing 138 stores. GameStop, 180 stores. Now, if depending on how old you are, I'm sure most of us been to GameStop to switch out our games or rent games. And, Macy's, Sears, Staples, Abercrombie, and Fitch. These are major brands shutting down 60, 70 stores at the minimum. And so that's because retail is a dying business model. And Amazon is a business model that is on the rise. And so if you don't notice in that, here's the future of retail. All right, come closer. All right, so in 5 states already, Amazon already has 30 stores in 5 states where their retail stores are grocery stores. And all you do is walk into the store, get a cart, put whatever you want in the cart, and walk out. Yeah, and walk out. And then Amazon's technology is embedded in all the products. And when you walk out, it'll scan whatever you have in your cart or whatever you put in your bag, and then you charge for it later. That's the future of retail. So all these cashiers, all these baggers, all these clerks, they're going to be out of work. But if you take this opportunity to get started now and get in bed with Amazon like I am and my clients are, then when somebody walks into an Amazon retail store, or whether that's somebody shops online around the world on Amazon, guess whose products they're going to be putting in their cart or purchasing from the online store? Yours, mine, ours. They're going to be purchasing our stuff. So you're going to have thousands of products all over the world that people are walking in to these Amazon automated stores and purchasing, and boom, you're going to be making money hand over fist. And that's the future, whether you like it or not. Same thing with grocery stores. Walk into a grocery store, and I don't know if you've ever been to a grocery store like during Thanksgiving or during a hurricane or a recession. Man, it'd be like 100 people in there, and the lines be like around the corner. Or on Saturdays on a military base in the commissary, man, you have to literally wait in line for 20, 30 minutes just to check out. No more. Those days are going to disappear. So you'll be able to walk into a grocery store, put everything you want in your cart, and then walk up to a counter, put it in the bag, and walk out. Just like that. And then you'll be charged by the technology or the artificial intelligence. So it's just a matter of whether or not you're going to be on the sidelines looking at this phenomenon happen and being angry at yourself that you didn't jump in when you had the opportunity, or whether or not you're going to be wealthy like I am, living the dream wherever you want to in the world. Where you want to live? The Maldives, Bora Bora, Dominican Republic, Belize, in Brazil, where PhillyDom is. You can live anywhere in the world. I've been to 15 countries, I've been to 41 states, and I've been to 3 continents. And there's nothing better than just living wherever you want to in the world. Just depends on the weather and your choices and the culture that you want to be embedded in. And then you're going to have the best living accommodations you can dream of. You're not going to want for anything whatsoever. Like I already have 2 motorcycles, one for me, one for the wifey, but I'm thinking about buying a 3rd one because I've sold one that I like even better than the one that I have now. And so, those are things that you can do when you get out of this 9-to-5 rat race and you start to change your financial future. You can change it for yourself and your family. So I'm always doing research and developing and analysis. And this right here is a company called Automation Alliance. They will set you up the same way I will set you up, but they won't personally train you. And to set you up, I mean by just opening up your Amazon store or your Walmart store, they're gonna charge you $18,000. My price is not $18,000. It's not even a fraction of that. I'm gonna show you in a couple of minutes what I charge for my mentorship to walk you through this whole process. And not only are they gonna charge you $18,000, they want 50% of your profit every single month. I'm gonna take an equity stake in your business also, but I promise you it's not gonna be 50%. I'm not greedy. I just want to make sure that I'm invested in your business so your success is my success and vice versa. Here's yet another company. This one is called Amazon Automation. And before they even will work with you, you need to have $50,000 in capital contribution. And then for an aged account, they want $50,000. So again, these prices are a little over the top, but people pay them because they don't know any better. They've never seen my presentation. They don't know what I charge. And, you know, I'm just in it to help people, you know. So here's what I charge. I charge a one-time payment of $2,500. That's it. And I take an equity stake into your Amazon business of just 15%. So if you think $2,500 is a lot of money, I'm personally training 100 people to mentor them all the way through this business. And so what that comes out over a 3-month period that it takes me to train a person fully, I'm only paying myself $208 a week. Would you work for $208 a week? I hope the answer is no, because you know most of y'all probably don't even work for $208 a day, let alone $208 a week. But that's what it costs me in order to spend this time with you over the next 3 months to train you. And again, I could easily raise this price to $12,000, $15,000 like my competition does, but I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it just to personally help 100 people. And so I can only train 8 people per month. And right now, this is what, halfway through October, I only have 3 spots left for this whole month. So after that, there's a waiting list until November comes around. Now, if you're a bona fide entrepreneur and you want to keep 100% of your money, I have an equity buyout. It's a one-time price of $7,500, and this allows you to keep 100% of your profits. You don't have to give me an equity stake in your business of 0%. So, you know, you saw that the other 2 companies, one charged $15,000, the other charged $18,000. Even my highest price is less than half of the next closest competitor. And this is a mentorship where I walk you through the entire process. And if you pay $15,000, they want 50% of your business. They want 50% of your profits. You pay $7,500, you keep 100% of your profits. You pay $2,500 and choose plan A, then you keep 85% of your profits, and I keep 15%. So there's no other better course on the internet, period. And this is not even a course, it's a mentorship. And then I'm gonna even give you this tidbit information. If you want to just an overview of information, some hand-washed, oversaturated, you know, rehashed information, go to udemy.com and purchase one of these for $120. And 6 months later, let me know how you're doing with your Amazon business, because I guarantee you're going to be out of business. Because this right here is just an overview and an outline of how to sell on Amazon, but they don't go into detail about anything. It's just rehashed videos that they just copy from one another so they can make money, but it doesn't really benefit you. Like, you know, if you go buy a car for $120, how far is that car going to get you? You know, it's going to be a limit, right? Same thing with these courses. These are limits. This is basic information just to get your money and make you feel like you're on your way. But probably 99% of everybody who purchased these little rehashed courses failed. But, you know, I'm not going to take you through that process. I'm going to mentor you one-on-one to ensure that you're successful. Just like, you know, a handful of my clients that I've already showed you. You got people driving 3 hours to meet you in Las Vegas, or getting on planes to fly, you know, 3.5, 4.5 hours away to come here to the Dominican Republic to meet you and get trained in person. You're all the way legitimate. You're in it to help people. And here's another thing that I'm going to do for you that nobody else has ever done. And not only am I going to mentor you on how to properly set up and succeed with your Amazon business, I'm also going to show you how to properly set up yourself as a business entity. So that means 1, register as an LLC. 2, get an EIN number. 3, get a business license. 4, get a business bank account. 5, get a reseller's and tax certificate. 5, get a business address and business phone number. And 7, get a business website. And last but not least, register your business with Dun & Bradstreet. Now you are officially a business entity. And here's what happens when you are an official business entity. 1, you can walk into a bank and get business funding to the tune of $250,000 if you need it. Like, no problem, how much you need? Because now you are an official business, you can get business funding. And even if you don't have business credit, but you have good personal credit, your personal credit can vouch for your business credit. So there'd be no problem there for you to get $250,000 and start scaling up your business to an unbelievable amount of money every single month. Next up is you're going to be able to now apply for grants every single week. Hire a grant writer if you want, or if not, every week you'll just apply for a different grant yourself. And it's 54 weeks in a year. So if you apply for a grant every week, let's say you only get 4 out of the entire year. Those 4 grants alone will be money that you never have to repay. And they will probably amount to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And some of these grant programs allow you to come back and apply for more if you utilize the grant money correctly. So this way, your business can now get all of your business expenses paid off by using the grant money, because you never have to repay the grant money. So if you got $250,000 in business credit funding, now you can pay that off with your grant money, and boom, your business is totally in the black, and you're liquid and you're debt free. And last but not least, now you can go to major corporate brands like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Puma, Reebok, Champs, Michael Kors, Versace, who else? Louis Vuitton. And you could actually open up distribution accounts with these manufacturers, with these corporate brands, and get your products straight from them and cut out the middleman. No more wholesalers, no more retailers. Get it straight from them. And the only thing they'll need from you is your EIN number, your business license, and your reseller's permit. And they'll check your business address, phone number, and business website. Or they'll check to make sure you're registered with Dun & Bradstreet. So again, I'm setting you up for success as a complete business entity, and then I'm mentoring you on how to correctly set up this Amazon business so you can crush it. And last but not least, here are your monthly expenses laid out. So I negotiated a deal with the Prep and Ship Center that we all use. You just pay them a one-time fee of $49, and that's it. No monthly fee. If you could find another Prep and Ship company in the country that doesn't want to charge you a monthly fee, let me know so I can take a look at them. But I negotiated this personally with the owner. I drove down to the facility, met him and his wife, toured the facility, told him what my business plan was, and worked this deal out for all of my clients exclusively. So here are all the costs of the software, and then your Amazon seller account. So if you add up the cost of the 6 softwares plus your Amazon seller account, your monthly global Amazon business expenses will only come up to $419. Now, have you ever dreamt that you would have a global business and your monthly operating costs will only be $419? Shake your head no, because that's the only conceivable answer. But this is the package that I put together for you. So, you know, mentoring you on how to go from A to Z on Amazon, properly setting you up as a business entity so you can start getting business funding for your legal LLC. And then if you want to, you can bring on a virtual assistant that will only cost you $10 a day, which is $50 a week, which is $200 a month. And that only still brings your monthly global business expenses up to $619. So this is the whole package that I put together for you guys. And you can see there's no games, there's nothing but transparency here. And that's it. There's my name, there's my email address, there's my WhatsApp phone number. That's my phone number right there in living color. So you can write that down and you can call me or send me a WhatsApp message or send me an email. The best way to contact me though is just taking down my WhatsApp number and message me directly saying, hey, Master Wayne, I saw your presentation on PhillyDom's channel and I want to get started. I know you only have 3 slots left for the month, so I want to snatch one of those slots up before they're all taken up. And after this presentation, I can already promise you those slots are going to be gone. So don't drag your feet, jump on it. And ShifuWayne is also my Instagram, if you want to go check that out. I post a lot of screenshots of my lifestyle, how I'm living. And so all my social media is public information. I'm not hiding from anyone. I don't have any enemies. I'm just living my best life. So now I'm gonna get PhillyDom to open us back up to some questions so we can finish the presentation and everybody can have a good night and get their Tuesday off to a good start. Because you know, for me, it's gonna be another day in paradise where I'm gonna try to stay out of trouble and just hit the gym and get some sleep. And me and Mike Logan are gonna make some more money. Actually, we're gonna make some money tonight right after this presentation. All right. Yep, so Sariez is saying, yeah, 2,500 plus you gotta pay for some other stuff, correct? That's correct, Sariez. So yeah, I showed you what my competition charges. They charge 18,000 and 15,000. So the fact that I only charge 2,500 and I'm gonna mentor you step by step all the way from A to Z. So you won't make any mistakes, okay? Because I'm gonna walk you through the setup process until you're profitable. And so I'm only really paying myself $204 or $208 a week to make this all possible. But that's what I set out to do. You know, I came off of a permanent vacation because I like to have every hour of my day to do whatever I like. So I sleep for 10 hours a day, and then I like to have 14 hours a day to do whatever I want. But for the last year, I've been dedicating myself to training 100 clients, and I only have 40 slots left, 3 slots for this month and 40 slots in total. And then after I train 100 people, that's it. I'm going back into full retirement for the rest of my life. So that's correct, Cerise. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm trying to say it different ways so I can get it right. But yeah, 2,500, and then your monthly expenses is going to be $419, and then you also want to have at least $500 a month to start purchasing your products. Now you don't need exactly $500 a month, but if you don't have at least $500 a month, then you're going to start off small in the kiddie pool. It's going to take you longer to grow, but you'll still be successful in the long run. But you know, speed is of the essence. Pretty much everything we do. All right, next question, PhillyDom. All right, do you have to have an 800 plus credit score? No, sir. So no matter where your credit is, I also have a credit repair specialist on hand. She only charges $5.99, and she will remove bankruptcies, she'll remove late payments, she'll remove everything off your account that's negative. And I mean, I've referred her to family members, and she is phenomenal. I used to have a credit repair company myself. So after 2000 and 2009, when I came out of real estate, of course, 2008, the recession started, that 2008 recession. And in 2009, I started a credit repair company. So I was pretty good at credit repair myself, but she's even better. So if you don't have the credit repair the credit score that you want right now, $599, I can refer you over to Miss Lee, and she will change your credit in the matter of 90 days. I mean, she's phenomenal. She's gonna remove your inquiries. If you got a bankruptcy, she's gonna remove that. She's gonna remove late payments. She's gonna remove collections, and man, she does a phenomenal job. All right, so no, you don't have to have an 800 credit score to get business credit funding. You just need to have a score that's probably 640, 650, or 700, and then you can your personal credit can vouch for your business credit. And then you can start developing business credit by getting business credit cards, so forth and so on. All right, good question though, Sewer Rat. Next question. Okay, yeah, just checking again on the overall cost. Yeah, so one-time payment. So Plan A is just a one-time payment of $2,500. And of course, I take an equity stake in your Amazon business of 15%. Plan B is $7,500, but you keep 100% of everything. And your monthly operating costs, go ahead and put $419 down for your monthly operating costs. And to order products, to get started at a very good, decent level, you should have at least $500 a week. So that's going to be another $2,000 for the month that you'll need just to start ordering products. So if you just add up, all of that, then $5,000 is what you'll need to really get the ball up and running. And, that's what it takes to really get a global business started. That's almost nothing for a global business because, that's how all my clients start off. And, you're going to make your money back soon as though your products reach Amazon and start selling. I already have, I showed a testimonial earlier of Vanessa, the boss Pittman. And, Vanessa's almost 60 years old and her husband had a stroke. He was the breadwinner and they had limited savings. And she was like, Wayne, this has to work. I got nothing else to fall back on. And now she's on October the 13th, she had already made $4,000 for the month. And so, I know over the next 30 days, she's going to hit $7,000, $8,000 a month easily. And last month she made $6,000. So you're going to be able to make your money back and then you're going to be in the black. And then from there, you're just going to start making more money in your life than you ever have. And, all you have to do is just follow my system and pay attention and follow orders. And I'm going to get you there step by step. All right, next question. All right, it says, what steps do you have to take in order to improve efficiency? So I actually drip feed the information to you to improve efficiency. So what I'm going to do to with Mike Logan tonight is I'm going to give this brother a surprise because, he wanted to start off at a higher level, but I wanted Mike to just learn the system first. So I wouldn't allow him to really see any big boy items, but now I'm going to show him how to see the big boy items that he can purchase for whatever price he wants. So if he wants to look at products that cost $500 to $5,000, I'm going to show him how to make that possible. Because when you start purchasing at that level, the competition is eradicated. It's much more profit. And man, you'll be the only person selling these products on Amazon for years. And so as long as you can keep it in stock, you'll be able to sell it and make a tremendous amount of money. So immediately after this presentation, I'm going to show Mike, introduce him to that process. Because as of now, I've kind of held him back just so he can learn the process of ordering products every single day so he can learn the system. So I don't try to overwhelm my clients. I just take you step by step, holding your hand. So the first thing I do is just put you on the bicycle and it has the training wheels. And then once I see you know how to pedal and you know how to steer and keep your balance, I'm gonna take the training wheels off. Now I'm gonna be holding on to the seat and pushing you. And then once you know how to ride even further off, we'll just push you and let you go on your own, and then you're good. And so that's how I do all my clients, and that's how you improve efficiency over time. You just take it step by step, and I'm going to show you more information step by step. If you want to improve, if you want to sell Nike, Reeboks, Adidas, Saucony, all those major brands, no problem. I'm going to show you how to get ungated with them, how to open up distribution accounts with them, and how to sell those brands. Next question. How many competitors are in the listing with you? All right, great question. So you get to scan every listing in real time, and you also get to see how many people have been on that listing for the whole a year. So all the dating back all the way to a year, whether that there's been 10 sellers or just one seller for the whole year. I'm gonna show you how to see that information. So on most of my listings at the level I sell at now, and I still order like small products just so I'll know what my clients are going through. But for the most part, I'm spending, $300, $400, $500, $600, sometimes $1,000 on products, right? And so, I might purchase just 2 products tomorrow, and each product will bring me back a profit margin of $500. So I already know that, okay, tomorrow I've made $1,000 for the day. And then over the next 30 days, I'll do that every single day. And, at the end of the payment period over the next month, Amazon is going to pay me out between $30,000 to $35,000, like clockwork. And I call this your profit output. So if your profit output is $100 every single day, congratulations, you automatically know that at the end of your 30-day cycle, you're going to make $3,000 a month. If your profit output is $200 a day, congratulations. At the end of the 30-day cycle, you're going to make $6,000 a month. If your profit output is $300 a day in profit, then at the end of a 30-day cycle, congratulations, boom, you just made $9,000 a month. So now you're like making $10K a month, right? And all you did was just make sure that your profit output was $300 a day. I can show you how to do that with just one product. And then you can purchase that product over and over and over again. So, on the listings that I purchase at the big boy level, it's usually just me and one other seller. I have quite a few listings where I'm the only seller. So that's how easy it gets. But when you purchase products that are $100 and below, that's what I call the kiddie pool. That's where all the new sellers start off in the kiddie pool. And that's where the most amount of competition occurs, the most amount of saturation occurs, and the new sellers who don't know what they're doing drive down the price because they get into a pricing war. One person says, okay, I want mine to be $75. The next person says, okay, well, I'm going to sell it at $74. Another person comes in and says, I'm going to sell it at $73. And they do this until the product is no longer profitable. And then those sellers, they don't end up surviving. They go out of business within 6 months to a year. And so Amazon, I read some statistics, and for this year in 2022, there were 1 million new Amazon sellers, and Amazon estimated that 90% of them are going to be out of business come 2023. So think about that. 1 million people started selling on Amazon this year, and there's only going to be almost 100,000 people left standing at the end of the year. So, that's the gauntlet that is Amazon. All right, next, let's take like 3-4 more questions, and then we're going to wrap it up.
No, that's it. There's no more questions, Mr. Wayne.
Okay. All right, perfect. All right, so again, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. This is what I do with my whole life. And, I'm just really interested in helping people. But not everybody can be helped. And I say that to say that I actually have 3 brothers, and I love them to death. They've taught me some of the best life lessons that I could ever learn. And that's just growing up in a big family. But, when I first started this journey, and I was like, listen, you guys need to hop on this. I'm gonna start off selling nail clippers. They laughed at me. And so once that happened, I just kept my mouth shut and kept on building my business because I saw that this was going to be lucrative. And nowadays, you know, they all set in their pride. They kind of envious of what I do. And then they just sit back and watch me travel the world, living my best life. And they're too prideful and vain to sit down and say, okay, you win. Show me what you're doing now. I should have took this journey with you years ago. I have a best friend that I was in real estate with. His name is, I call him D-Mar. I ain't gonna even say his real name, but you know, he used to live 5 minutes away from me. And I used to go to his house and be like, look, D, yo, you need to do this with me. And he never got started. And so, you know, that's the reality. So PhillyDom, you know, makes this possible for you guys. I met him here in Sosua, and you know, I told him what I did. He came out to the villa, he interviewed me, and you know, for you guys who can take this journey, then you know, reach out to me or PhillyDom and go ahead and get started. Because for the rest of this month, there's only 3 slots available. I can only take on 8 new clients per month, and that's 2 clients per week. So, you know, 5 spots are already gone for the month. There's only 3 left. So don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate. Don't drag your feet. Philly?
Yes.
Appreciate
That's
you.
it.
You got any closing remarks?
No, not tonight. Not tonight. I think you said everything.
I appreciate it, my brother. And once I grow my beard out, man, I need the number of whoever dyed yours so I can go see how blonde looks on me too.
Okay.
So, and when you coming back to the DR, man, I know you love Brazil. I know you're having a good time, but when you coming home, man?
Well, they're gonna kick me out of here next month because I've been here 2 months. So
okay, yes,
I'm gonna do, but I gotta get there too. I gotta go to you. Or you gotta come here. One or the other. Either you come here or I go there. Something.
Okay, yeah, man. I might slide through there. Maybe early November, maybe or early December. But I'm definitely going to slide through there while you're there, so you can show me the lay of the land.
It's a beautiful place, man. Beautiful place.
Okay. Yeah, well, don't have too much fun, man, and don't get into no trouble.
No, I'm laying low, relaxing, and just doing what I have to do. Okay,
cool. Well, as always, man, you know I appreciate you, man. So let's keep this going. And I'm going to hit you up after this presentation. And, of course, you know, we're going to always just talk like always.
Okay, not a problem.
All right. I want to thank everybody for joining us. I'll tell everybody you said what's up.
Okay. Peace out, everybody.
All right.
Good night.